Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a beautiful brand new day. It's a gorgeous Tuesday here in the Enchanted Forest. There is very little snow on the ground, a couple of pockets here and there, but for the most part, it is a gorgeous spring day. A little bit of rain, which the flowers need, and it's Tuesday, so that means that we all get to be together. Let me just adjust the screen there for a moment. Good morning. Hey, Tracy. Hello, Elise. Janice, Francisco, Rob. It's good to see you all in the house. And I always like to see, as you know, who's in the house on Tuesday mornings. Good morning, Hanif. Good morning. Hey. That's right, Nikki. Where were you? Oh, it's a beautiful day. Yeah. So today... Oh my goodness. This is fantastic. I am fine, Hanif. Thank you for asking. So this morning, I'm celebrating my African ancestors. You know, a lot of times I spend a lot of time talking about Native ancestry and all of that, but today I'm wearing leopard in celebration of my African ancestry. Those that still reside in Egypt and Nubia, and of course those that arrived here on Turtle Island via slave ships out of Western Africa. So today for me it's about celebrating my African ancestry, my great-great-grandparents that came here from West Africa, and those that reside and still reside in West Africa and Egypt and Nubia. So we've got the Egyptian Ankh going on today, and we've got some leopard going on in celebration and in honor of them. So, good morning. Hey, Beverly. Hello, Jamie. Welcome to this show. Oh, thank you for that, Hanif. Yes, Egypt is a very special place in my heart. I love going to Egypt. I love the people, as everyone knows. And so this morning, I'm going to draw a card for all of us. Hey, Catherine. Okay. So the card in celebration of my relatives that are from Africa and still live in Africa is the goddess Nut, the goddess of time, the goddess of the heavens, the mother of earth and sky. I love that. This is a wonderful reminder of the Sophia, of the Blessed Mother, of the divine feminine in all things, found in all things, including ourselves. So whether we call her the Madonna, or we call her Nut, or we call her Tesawi, White Buffalo Calf Woman, Mary, the mother of all things, the Sophia, comes by many names, and yet she represents the divine feminine, the spirit of the mother, and a wonderful reminder that the mother of all things is always listening and always loving. All right. Yeah, that's right, Virginia. It is great to see you too. Hey, Marianne. Loved the birthday party photos, Marianne. All right. Well, let's just get going here. Let's begin with, Spirit says Robin this morning. Let's go with Robin. Robin. Hey, Barbie Cornell. Good to see you in the house as well. Oh, and thank you for liking and sharing the show if you like and you want to share the show. If you don't like the show, no need to like it or share it. Oh, goodness. Robin, it is the Archangel Saint Raphael, the angel of healing, the angel of healers. The angel of healing and the angel of healers. Peace is within me. I am at peace. So you might spend a bit of time today or tomorrow or the next morning calling upon the company of the Archangel Saint Raphael. Raphael is known for helping those that are blind to see, which is often why in healing we call upon the Archangel Saint Raphael, because when we are wanting to heal something and we want to see the source of dis-ease or dissonance in our lives, calling upon the energy force of Raphael means that what it is that is causing the disease or the dissonance will be revealed. I always say to people, when you're going to call upon the angels, it's very important that you know what you're doing and that you are prepared for what it is that you have asked assistance for. So if you really want to get to the root of a problem, you can call upon the assistance of Raphael, but please do remember that what is going to be revealed may surprise you. It may dismay you, right? Have to be prepared for the blinders to come off. All right. Hey, Nancy. Good morning, Elise. Okay, Nikki Jorgensen up there at the magnificent Heartful Art Studio. Love the Heartful Art Studio. It's the mermaid. Nikki, it is about embracing your divine feminine nature. And yes, my inner child is playing right now. She likes to play. Embracing your divine feminine nature. Passion, intuition, sexuality, sensuality, the wisdom of Aquarius are all contained within you. Your inner goddess is calling to you, Nikki, and asking you to pay attention to her. And I'm going to leave it at that. Capital P on the passion, whatever that is for you. All right. Jacqueline. Jacqueline, this one is for you. It's the otter, speaking of playfulness. The otter says this: don't get so serious about stuff. Don't be so serious that you forget to play. We also came here to play. People that are too serious usually don't last really long in my life because I love to play. And I love playful people. And that doesn't mean that there isn't time to be serious and pious and all of those good kinds of things. But for heaven's sakes, life is really fleeting. So take time to play. Have some fun. And that's what it's all about, Jacqueline. Get out there and have some fun, baby girl. If you have been too serious, unwind yourself around that pole. Good. Now you have an excuse. Nikki is saying, oh Lord, if you only knew. Lordy, lordy. Okay, everybody. So again, if you're wondering, what you doing wearing leopard today in an ankh? Today is celebrating my African Roots Day. My relatives from West Africa and my relatives from Northern Africa, which is Egypt and Nubia. So we're honoring them today. And also my Native American relatives, clearly they're behind me, but most people don't know much about that other part of me. My father's lineage of West Africa and North Africa and Native America. Of course, my mother being a full Scandinavian Viking. All right, here we go. Good morning, Guinevere. Oh, it's good to see you, Jennifer. I love Jennifer. Yeah, who doesn't, right? Okay. All right, Tracy, I'm being told this one is for you. Oh, not surprising. Shunkmani Tutanka, the wolf. The wolf. And you know what that means, Tracy. The wolf is the teacher. The wolf is the protector of the mysteries. The wolf walks with the mysteries in a good way. Walks the Chankuluta, the red road, with the teachings in a good way. So I'm going to leave that there for you. It is the wolf, which is the moniker of the teacher, walking with the teachings in a good way, with integrity. Yeah, you know what, Robin? That's the thing. My 23andMe results prior to, I got the results of everything prior to arriving here at the Western Shores. And it's prior to, and that's really not that long ago, we're talking about just over 100 years ago, my people came here from Africa on my father's side. West Africa, and because that's where most slaves were brought to the United States. And so, as they say, the proof is in the pudding. So that was really quite fun to read. And my relatives from Nubia and Egypt, again, not that long ago, we're talking great-grandparents still living in Egypt and Nubia. And my mother's people, 100% Scandinavian, Norway, Sweden. So sometimes the stories that we're given as adopted people growing up really collide with what we know to be in our soul. I've been having a great time going through this journey with my dear friend David Sturkin Cad. In fact, he and I were up late last night text messaging one another. He's also an adopted person, and last evening, for the very first time, he saw photographs of relatives that he'd never seen before. And so, exciting. It is, just to know that and to know what is real and what is. And for myself, I've always known. So the DNA does not lie. And so what I've always known in my heart and soul to be true is exactly as it is. And so the next chapter, batter up, as they say. Wolf is my spirit animal too, says Tracy. That's right. You're a teacher. Good morning, Jane. All right, let's just have a little look-see what's going on here. All right, Virginia, welcome back to the show. We've missed you. The Wampus Cat. The Wampus Cat. The Wampus Cat says this: your life is transforming in beautiful ways, Virginia. Your life is transforming in beautiful ways. The other part of this card that I so love, this comes from the Native American teachings near the Carolinas. So says the legend. And this is about ancient stories, ancient teachings, ancient mysteries being revealed to you at this time. And it can be actually mysteries within yourself being revealed, revealing more of who you are and the mystery of who you are. But pay very close attention to the promptings of your inner voice, of your guides, your angels with spirit. Be very, very cognizant of those things at this time, Virginia. Pay very close attention because your life is transforming and spirit will help lead the way. There you go. Hanif. This one is for you. It is the Archangel Azrael, the angel of Scorpio. The angel of Scorpio says this: pay attention, Hanif, to your guides, your angels, because your inner mystic is calling to your higher self, whatever we call that, the voice of God within, the inner flame, the inner light, the intuition. Whatever that is, it is important for you to take time to listen. Meditation, prayer, contemplation, a walk in the woods, a sit in the park. For some people, their best meditation happens in a shower. Whatever works for you. But you're being prompted by this card to sit a spell. Sit a spell. Don't you love that phrase, sit a spell? I do. Oh, good. That is wonderful, Virginia. Very good. It's amazing how all things come together in due time, huh? Margaret Spooner. Oh, it's the teaching of the Sasquatch. The Sasquatch says this, Margaret: walk gently. There are times in our lives where we just need to be large and in charge. We need to step up, step out, and be counted. And then there are those times when we need to dial back, walk gently, go with the flow a little bit, and be the observer. Just watch. And That's what I'm going to say to you at this time. And including walk gently through your own mind. Yeah. Through your own heart. Good morning, Trisha. Hello from the UK. I love the UK. Just let me say. Love, love, love. Yesterday morning I was talking to my friend Amantha Murphy up there in Kerry, Ireland. Planning next year's journey to Ireland for shamanism for 13 days. Right? Good stuff. Little blip in the radar as soon as I said that. Interesting. Hey, Beverly. Beverly Bond. This is the card of Seti. Seti. Seti the First, the pharaoh of the new kingdom of the 19th dynasty, builder of the temple of Osiris, the Osirian pond. If you've never seen it, it is the Osirian pool, is absolutely spectacular at the temple at Abydos. This is a card of leadership. Beverly Seti says, take the leadership role. Be a humble leader. Be a gentle leader. Lead with your heart, not with your brain, not with your emotions, but with your heart, a balanced heart. This is a card of leadership. You are being asked to take a leadership role and being urged to take that leadership role with an open and gentle heart. Jamie. Jamie, this one is for you. One of my very favorite cards in the Mystic Angels deck. And this is the card of the Archangel Salathiel. Salathiel is often associated with Hathor, the goddess, the Egyptian goddess. And it has everything to do with prayers and the fact that even our thoughts are prayers. Our words are prayers in expression. The Archangel Salathiel joyfully reminds you, Jamie, that every thought that you think, every word that you speak, becomes a sacred prayer in the universal web of interconnectedness. As the light angel of prayer, Salathiel thanks you for those times that you have made prayers on behalf of another, Jamie, and for those times that you have been the answer to a prayer for someone in need. You, your life, and your purpose as a light bearer are a prayer in expression upon the earth plane. Love that. Hihane washte chue. My sister Del Marie is in the house. Oh, I love my sister Del Marie. So Chue, today I'm celebrating my African ancestors today. You can see from the leopard and the ankh and all. And of course I have on my Chongleshka, my medicine wheel. Yep. All right. Holly Hagen. All right. Which way does this? Okay, it's the rainbow trout, Holly. It's the rainbow trout. We know all about those in Michigan. And I'm sorry that the screen is just kind of dark today, isn't it? It's like the pillars, right? The pillars of the goddess. All right, here we go. Yes, my imagination is having fun today. All right, Holly. It is time for you to stop struggling and give up on your countless attempts at swimming upstream. The ancestors are calling you to go with the flow of your spirit and to honor your unique path. So sometimes, as I was saying earlier, we have to give up the white knuckle grip on the steering wheel of control that we think we have. And along comes the rainbow trout that says, sometimes you just got to let go of the steering wheel and go with the flow. And that is kind of, what's going on here for you today with the rainbow trout. Sometimes we have to ease up on the control and go for a ride. And, sometimes we just have to be the observer in the bus. Instead of driving the bus, sometimes we just get to be the person that's sitting in the bus looking around, going, wow, this is quite a ride, and it's unique to me. So there you go. Mary Ellen. This one is for you, Mary Ellen. It is the Archangel Asmodel. Asmodel represents the sign of Taurus. I love people who were born under the sign of Taurus. I'm married to one. The Taurian energy and we really do well together, even though we sometimes think very... I come from my heart. Todd comes from his brain. Heart, brain. So together we kind of figure some things out pretty well together. And we've learned how to make that work really well. But one thing I love about the Taurus is how steadfast they are. What do I mean by that? They stay the course. They stay the course. Sometimes as a Scorpio, something shiny over here shines and I go, oh, that's pretty. And I jump right over there. Or as my dear friend Darlene says, because she's a Taurus, she always says to me, how can you do that? And I'll say, how do I do what? And she'll say, how do you just like dive in headlong? You don't even know where you're going sometimes, but you just dive in and you go. As a Taurus, as she's saying to me, I need to define where I'm going, how long it's going to take me to get there, what the drive is going to be like, what I should wear, etc., which is, it's a beautiful combo. So, long story short, Mary Ellen, stay the course. Stay on your path, whatever path it is that you are taking right now. Stay the course, be diligent. Sometimes life will just try to blow us right off the course. Sometimes people will try to, derail us. Stay the course. Sometimes life tries to. Yeah, squirrels, Sonia, exactly. So stay the course. Keep on your path. Very, very important. All right. Mary Ann. Marianne, this one is for you. Oh, I'm just going to type up here. What is the name of my website? By the way, everybody, I have been asked, and I am going to do a virtual classroom on June 6th, August 8th, September 9th, October 10th. All of those dates. A virtual classroom beginning with the Archangel Saint Michael on June 6th. How do you find out more about that? Go to deniseiwana.com and go to the Temple Within classes, and you can register for that. So we're going to be doing virtual classroom in addition to the literal classroom. People have asked, are they two different classes? No. One is so that you can be in your PJs and be in the classroom if you want, or you can come to the school and partake as well. So it's both, and it will be via Zoom conferencing. So you will be required to download Zoom onto your computer or your smart pad or whatever it is that you have, your tablet. So just so you know that. All right. Here we go. Cindy Lynn. Cindy Lynn, this one is for you. It's the Archangel Kamael. Archangel Kamael. I am supported by the universe. This is a card of being confident. Kamael says, you know who you are. Be assertive. Do not be a doormat. This is a card of being assertive, owning who you are, owning your power, owning your energy, stepping into that. No more giving away your power. No more giving away your energy. You know who you are, and you are intelligent enough to decide the course of your own life. So, sometimes we can become codependent. Sometimes we can become unsure, lack confidence, and that sometimes is because perhaps we've grown up with people that have convinced us, right, that we are less than. Whatever the case happens to be, Cindy Lynn, honey, step into your confidence, step into who you are. That's right. Be assertive. Be assertive. All right. Trisha. It is the card of the Wakion, the thunder being. The thunder being. Here in North America, I know that you're over there on the other side of the pond, but here in North America, the thunderbird, the Wakion, represents many things. And oftentimes the Wakian, or the Thunderbird, represents growth and change, the change that comes with the cycles of living. And so for you, the Wakian would say, Tricia, this is a time of growth. This is a time of forward movement and all that that brings. And always remember that you have always been, you are, and you will always be. And that you are a very important part of the Changleshka, of the sacred hoop, of the wheel of life. Celebrate that within yourself. So enjoy this time of growth and all that that brings upon your path. No, Margaret, it won't be recorded. So it will be live. Yeah, it will be live. All right. Pamela Ann Urbanski. This one is for you, Pamela. It's good to have you with us this morning. Yeah, it's the Lamassu. The legend of the Lamassu actually comes from Mesopotamia. Mesopotamia, ancient. Yes. The Lamassu is known as the gatekeeper. And the message of the Lamassu is this: healthy boundaries are essential at this time. So wherever your boundaries may be a little waffly, perhaps not as strong as they should be, or maybe where they're too strong. This card beckons us to think about our own personal boundaries. What we will allow, what we will no longer allow, and what we are ready to allow. So this is a reminder for you today, Pamela, about boundaries. Sonia. Here's one of my favorites. Metatron. The Archangel Metatron. This is a card that reminds us that life brings with us not only change, but times of deep learning. This is a card of transformation, a card that is reminding you that right now is a transformative time in your life. Sometimes it can be very confusing. Sometimes we want answers right now, don't we? Metatron says, sometimes you just have to be with the I am that I am. In other words, you just need to be and allow. You need to be and allow. And then there are those people that are going through transformation and they rail against the change, right? They rail against the change. I want change, but they do nothing to move forward in it. Right? That's a whole show in and of itself. That reminds me, tomorrow night at 8 o'clock on Looking Deeper, Sandra Herrick and I will be talking about, on this human journey, who are you really? Behind all of the hats that we wear, behind the facades that we're sometimes made to wear, who are you really? And do you walk with that? And what happens when you don't walk with who you are really? Yeah, it's going to be a really good show. Something tells me it's going to be quite lively. I have no doubt. Sometimes we pretend to be a whole lot of things we ain't. Oh, Pam, yeah, need to embrace change. Boy, isn't that the truth. And it's not easy either. Somebody once pointed out to me last week that it's probably easier for me because I grew up as an army brat. I'm a military kid. If I didn't have change in my life, I wouldn't know what life is like, right? Constant change. 9 different schools. How many different states? People that I met. Encouraged to meet, encouraged to learn about. So for me, constant change is normal. It's normalcy. And to be stagnant is not normal. That goes against my grain, to be stagnant. So for some people, change can be very, very difficult. I certainly understand that. You are so right about that. Elise, speaking of change, it is the angel IML. IML says, the winds of change are always present. Change is the only constant. Remember that when you take the leap of faith, the net of love appears. The net of love appears. Change is a constant. And boy, we can really our bodies can become very ill. Our minds can become very ill when we do not embrace or go with change. Our body will reflect our inability or our unwillingness to move, to go with the flow, all of those kinds of things. So it's a wonderful reminder. Take the leap. Take the leap of faith. The net of love appears. Just don't try to define what that net of love is going to look like. Because the net of love in which we land and grow is different for each and every one of us. Okay, Chue Del Marie. Del Marie is my elder sister. That's right, change is alive. Yeah. Okay, Chue, this one is for you. Speaking of that, it is the Firebird. Don't be afraid, be alive. Oh my goodness. Don't be afraid, be alive. This is a card, Del, that says go for it. Whatever it is you're ruminating about, go for it. Don't be afraid, be alive. I love that. Don't be afraid, be alive. Firebird is potent. Chue, how would you say that in the Lakota language, or how would you spell that in the Lakota language? If you know, I'm sure you do. All right, Barbie Cornell. Barbie, this one is for you. Oh, it is the Sun Face Kachina. Stand in the light, Barbie. Stand in the light, says the life bringer, the sun face Kachina. Stand in the light of who you truly are. And I love this mantra for you, Barbie. It's this: my life and the calling of my soul are dedicated to the light. Or as Thoth, the first priest king of Atlantis, used to say, let your light shine. First thing in the morning, so says the Emerald Tablets. When the first priest king of Atlantis would step out into the morning to greet the day, let the light shine. Hey, Rhonda Simon, you beautiful thing, you. Jan Francisco, it is the teaching of the penguin. So Janice, what does this mean for you? This means pay attention to your dreams. Pay very close attention to your dreams at this time, Janice. Write them down, journal them, whatever you would like to do with that. Pay attention. A lot comes through in our dreams. A lot comes through in our dreams. Dreams are not just a matter of did we eat too many onions or garlic for dinner and had a wild dream. There are those times when indigestion does play into, what we have going on while we're dreaming. But a lot of times, at least in my life, the dreams are very, very prophetic. Right? We get glimpses into things. We get glimpses into things that are very important. Very important. Pita Zintkala. Thank you, Chue. Wopila Chue. Yeah. Right on, Rob. Becca. It's the fire dragon teaching from the UK. I myself love the dragons that come out of the United Kingdom. Yes, I love Arthurian legend and all of that. It's magnificent. The knights and the ladies of the realm. The fire dragon says this: welcome to the mystery school. A lot of transformation going on with the group this morning that's gathered on this Tuesday. Wow. It's all about change. And Becca, this is also one that says pay attention because mysteries are being revealed to you as well at this time. Mysteries are being revealed to you at this time. You are being initiated into the next level or the next of who you are and your path. It's a card of initiation. Welcome to. Welcome to. All right. That's right. Shine your light there, Barbie. Good morning, Delgadillo. Good to see you this morning as well. Rob. This one is for you, Rob. It is Iktomi. That's right, Becca. Looking forward. I love that. Always looking forward. And you are a woman who does that. You don't dwell in the past. You're not a woman to sit on the pity pot and take up residence there. You are a woman of forward movement. There is no doubt about that. You are an agent of change. Bravo. And so this is another time of advancement and beautiful change. Okay. So Rob, Iktomi. Iktomi says, what are you weaving into your life? What are you ready to unravel and let go of in your life? This also is a card of change that says, are you prepared to let go of what needs to be removed from the weave? And are you prepared for the way that the weave will be? And what is now being woven? Our weave, our tapestry, sometimes can become congested by threads that enter into our lifetime, threads of life experiences, trauma, drama, joy, beauty, passion. And sometimes we have to really cognitively sit and think to ourselves, which of those threads do I wish to keep in my weave? And which of those threads am I willing to let go of? This is a time of reweaving and solidifying the weave. Solidifying the weave. Really consciously choosing. Jocelyn. Jocelyn. This one is for you. It is the teaching of the scarab, which is also very Rosicrucian. I love the teachings of the Rosy Cross, the Rosicrucian order. They have some good ones. This is a card that says it is time to celebrate your life, Jocelyn. I'm going to give you some homework, my friend. Today your homework is this. To sit for a moment, or maybe longer, and think about just how far you've come. Think about just how far you've come in your life, all of the changes, all of the initiations, all of the joys, all of the beauty, all of the passion, the sorrow, to really just sit and think about the beauty of you and your life. The scarab says it's time to celebrate you, your life, what you give to life, the gifts that you bring to life. To sit and really be in that and enjoy it. Yeah, that's your homework, Jocelyn. Hey, Katie Spencer. Oh, goodness. All right, yeah, okay. Yeah, the jays are screeching out here. It's kind of noisy out in the forest today, the enchanted forest. Everybody is up and alive, and yeah. All right, Kelly Ann. This one is for you, Kelly Ann. I love the sounds here in the enchanted forest. All right. The unicorn, Kellyanne. Love the unicorn. The unicorn says this, let your light shine. The unicorn represents the inner light. It represents our inner flame, our gifts and our unique talents that we bring here to the earth plane to shine. And this card, the unicorn, says to you, Kellyanne, please let those gifts shine. Darkness prevails where the light is not fully present. Oftentimes people think to themselves, well, who am I? Really? What do you mean shine my light? The world has enough light. The fact of the matter is that we all need to shine our light. If we don't shine our light and our love, darkness will prevail. The darkness of ignorance, the darkness of fear, the darkness of lack, all of those things. Darkness comes in many forms, including gossip. The one thing that I will sometimes allude to is those times when we find ourselves in a room full of people gossiping, or in a conversation where somebody is gossiping, and we know that something else is the truth of the matter. And so in that moment, we have an opportunity to either just sit there and let the gossip perpetuate, or to say, wait a moment, let me shed some light on that for you. Yesterday, my son sent me a text message from his work. And he said, Mom, I thought you would want to know that so-and-so passed away. I know that you knew him when you were here at the newspaper. And I said, oh, he was a great guy. And my son said, well, I heard he was really troubled and just kind of out there. And I said, well, let me tell you something about him. He was troubled and he was a little bit out there, but the reason for that is it wasn't that long before he retired from the newspaper that he found his brother dead in his kitchen. And not only did he find his brother dead, but his brother had committed hara-kiri. He disemboweled himself. And so my coworker walked in and found a man who he loved dearly disemboweled on his kitchen floor. That's the rest of the story. And Dane wrote back and said, wow, Mom, thanks for letting me know. I said, many people may not know that. But sometimes, in the interest of letting light and love prevail, we need to dig a little deeper. And he said, you're right, Mom. Thank you. And so my hope is that if he hears anyone else talk about, he might say, well, there's more to the story. And my mom said he was a really great guy. So there are many ways in which we can shine our light into the darkness. And it doesn't have to be grandiose. It can be things just like that. Right? Okay. Enough of that. That's right, Kellyanne. Don't let the dark distract you. Shine your light, beautiful. Just shine it. Shine, shine, shine. Yeah. Tana. Are you having fun down there in Florida, Tana? I hope you are. I hope you're having a wonderful time. Love the photos of Gracie. Oh, goodness. This one is for you, Tana. It is the teaching of the jackalope, born of thunder and lightning and hail. Many people don't know that. This is a very potent being that says to you, Tana, celebrate your uniqueness. Celebrate it. Express it. Express it. Allow it to flow in old ways and new ways. This is a card for you of inspiration. It's reminding you to continue to be inspired as the artist that you are and in your art itself. It's a card of inspiration. Your light, your artistry is needed where you now are. Please don't leave it back here in Michigan. Rhonda Simon. Oh my goodness, Rhonda. This one is perfect for you. I'm just going to read it to you, Rhonda. Okay? Here we go. The Archangel Saint Israfel. The contemplative word for Israfel is awaken. A wise Coptic master once said, and I wasn't the wise Coptic master, I'm just pointing out the ankh that I'm wearing today in celebration of my African relatives. A master is the one who is awake. Rhonda. The Archangel Saint Saint Israfel has come to help you awaken from your slumber. For you, there will be no more hiding under a bushel basket or hibernating within the confines of your self-imposed comfort zone. Nope. It is time for you to see the magnificent gifts that you possess and to share those gifts with the world. Paint, write, create, dance, which you did yesterday. Speak, chant, build, love, encourage, counsel, sing the unique song of your soul. There you go. There's your kick in the pants. There's the kick in your party pants. Oh, Nellie. Mervyn Kelly. All right. This one is for you, Mervyn. Hey, Susan. Okay, Mervyn. It is Odin's eight-legged steed, the Sleipnir. Odin. Do not neglect your spirit, says the Sleipnir. My heart and mind are infused with the love of the Creator. This is about bridging the heart and the mind. This has everything to do with conscious breathing. Hey, Lily. Buenos dias. Exercises bridging the heart and mind, Nellie. And not neglecting your soul and your spirit. Odin. That's a message from Odin. So that's, pretty big. Just saying. Okay. All right. Jennifer, this one is for you. How do I get rid of anxiety about changes coming? Well, for me, Becca, when I know there's like a wave of change coming, this is when I do lots of conscious breathing. Conscious breathing, deep exhalation. And I always say this to my guides in spirit: thank you for leading me gently into the new. Gently into the new. Thank you for leading me gently into the new and releasing what I need to release from the old. Let it be loving and kind, however you want it, but you've got to breathe through it, Becca. It's no different than giving birth to a child. When we are giving birth, we do a lot of he-hoos. We breathe through giving birth. We also have to breathe through giving birth to new things in our life. I hope that makes sense to you, Becca. Yeah, breathing. Hey, Rhonda Vandenbergen. Kelly Spencer. KD, this one is for you. Shuffle, shuffle. Oh. It's the gargoyle. Victory. The gargoyle is the defender of light. The gargoyle says victory is yours when you are standing in the light. It is not always easy to stand in the light, is it? And what I mean by standing in the light is just standing in who you are, just being true to you. That's all. It's not like we're standing under a huge spotlight. What that really means, at least in my heart and mind, standing in the light means being authentic to who we are, at the core of who we are, to our needs, to our desires, to our gifts, to our talents, being authentic to that. And when we are authentic to who we are, our desires, our needs, where we are going along our path, that isn't always going to make other people happy. It's not going to make other people comfortable. And yet, when we don't stand in our light, when we don't radiate our light, when we are not authentic to who we are, we begin to die on the inside. Emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and pretty soon it happens physically, right? So this is a reminder, Kelly. Kelly, stand in the light. Continue to stand in the light. Not everybody's going to get it. because not everybody's supposed to get it. And not everybody's supposed to go along for the ride. Not everybody is supposed to go along for the ride. And that's okay. You just keep shining. That's an order. All right, Jennifer, did I pull a card for you? Or did I get sidetracked there for a minute? I think maybe I did. Jennifer, will you let me know? Oh my goodness. Delgadillo, this one is for you. Chamuel, the Archangel of Love. Chamuel also represents the Christed light. The Christed light. Chamuel is the angel of love. And I'm going to give you homework with Chamuel today, the angel of love. And that is, I'm going to ask you to do some meditation and contemplation with this angel, Delgadillo. You get homework today with Chamuel. Guinevere, this one is for you. Oops. Dang, it fell right out. Fell right out and into my shirt. It's the crow. Jennifer, it is the crow. And you notice that the crow is headed toward the light. I'm going to go off the map with this one for you. And what I'm going to say to you about this, Jennifer, is that it's not always easy going into the darkness of who we are. And by darkness, I mean into our inner sanctum, the temple within, the interior castle. It takes a very brave soul to do personal investigation. It takes a very brave soul to do personal healing and to go into uncharted territories. And yet, you are one of those brave souls. This is a reminder that, here's the thing, everybody. When we do our own personal healing, when we do go into the mysteries, when we do meditate, when we go into sacred space, we are then perfumed by whatever it is that we are experiencing in those sacred places. When we spend time with the divine, meditation, contemplation, a walk in the forest, people usually can see it on our faces. They'll say, you don't look the same. Gee, where were you? You look great. Well, I was just meditating for a few minutes. Oh, I took a walk out in the forest. Hey, I had a really great dream last night. Well, I took some time to do some deep breathing and yoga. Well, you look wonderful. Whatever you did, it looks good on you. Celebrate the strength of the woman that you are, Jennifer. And celebrate the fact that, sometimes the brightest lights are drawn into the darkest places, because that is some sacred stuff right there. The greatest teachers walk through the greatest fires, and the brightest lights are often called to the darkest places to shine their light and to retrieve the wisdom that can be found in all things. And I'm just going to leave that there. There we go. Carla Joe. Because I think you know where I'm going with that. Carla Joe, it is the phoenix. The phoenix. Again, I rise. I'm going to read this to you, Carla Joe. And Jennifer, Guinevere, I'm going to ask you to pay attention, if you would, please. It is through the fires of spiritual initiation that we experience many deaths without dying. In those small deaths, we are given a choice to succumb to the pain of growth or to employ it as a catalyst to rise from the ashes of what once was and soar to new heights of wisdom and awareness. Honor what has been, the knowledge you have gained, and the wisdom that is now yours. Hey, Amy Jean. There you go. All right, Rhonda Vandenbergen. Oh, it's the Angel Shamshiel. The mantra of this card is spectacular. I am free to dance at the party called life. This is a card of freedom. This is a card that says, what is holding you captive? Who is holding you captive? Is it your own thoughts? Is it your own experiences? Is it someone else? Is it something else? This is a card that says free yourself. Free yourself. And it is also a thank you, Rhonda, for those times that you have helped to free others. Helping other people to find personal freedom. Free yourself. Okay. Lily. Lily, this one is for you. It is the rainbow serpent. The rainbow serpent. The teaching of the rainbow serpent actually comes from Australia. It says, wake up. Wake up from your slumber. Wake up. Rise up. Have you forgotten that your soul came to earth to shine in its own beautifully unique way? Have your dreams been put on a dusty shelf and your passions placed on the back burner? It is time to awaken from your slumber and bring your unique light to life. Lily, the world is waiting. The world is waiting. I celebrate the fullness of my being, is the mantra of the rainbow serpent. People often ask, Denise, where do we get those cards of yours? TheMysticsHeart.com, everybody. You can get the artwork. You can do all of those kinds of things. Thank you, David Fix, artist extraordinaire. All right. Hello, Deva. Good to have you with us this morning. All right, Amy Jean, welcome. Jagger, this one is for you, Jagger. It's the hippocamp from Greece. Getting ready to head to Italy and Greece here in a couple of weeks. Have a beautiful day, Becca. All right. And the message of the hippocamp is this: ride with the tide. I'm going to read this to you. In order for the experiences of your life to unfold in their proper timing and joyfully deliver you to what's next, you must give up on the white-knuckle ride and your struggle for control. Take a deep breath and exhale. Trust in what your timeless soul and the creator of the infinite universes have planned for you. This is a time of great forward movement in your life if you allow it. Yeah. The wisdom of my soul safely guides me to and through the experiences of my life. Love that. Beautiful. All right, Jagger. So I hope that makes sense to you, Amy. Jagger? Where are you, Deva? Please do share. Jagger? It's the angel O Joy, Nathaniel. Sometimes our joy can feel like it took a long vacation and decided not to come back, doesn't it? Yeah. Well, Nathaniel is an angel of joy. Nathaniel, an angel of joy. I am fired up about life and joyful in my existence. So, Mary Ellen, joy is a state of grace. It is the art of being in love with your life and all aspects of your life. Sometimes we have to take a little minute to really examine all of the experiences of our life, to really find the wisdom, the teaching. Sometimes it's that coyote teaching, right? The coyote, the trickster. This is a card that says, be joyful in who you are and in the joy that you bring to others. It's a card of joy. And in those times where we cannot find joy, we don't know where it went, or if we ever even had it, we can ask Creator, can ask our higher self, Creator, I need joy. Thank you for joy, or making me feel joy, or bringing joy into my life. And because as we give, so we receive, we might also ask the question, do I bring joy to others? And how may I bring joy to life? How may I bring joy to life? Oh, thank you for that, Denise. Aw, I appreciate that. Fellow Denise, this one is for you. Oh, Anael. Anael. I love this card, Anael. Represents our inner light, of course, our starlight. Your essence is light. There are no greater or less than you. There are no greater or lesser than you. This is a reminder that you are what the stars are made of. The daily mantra of this card is priceless, everybody. My essence is light. I am what the stars are made of. In fact, we all contain stardust from supernovas. Carl Sagan is, of course, the name that we most often think about with regard to coming to understand that the stars above also reside within. We are made of stardust. We take it a little bit further now with modern science, and we understand that, in fact, we contain the dust of supernovas. Isn't that marvelous? I think that's marvelous. Now, the ancients have been telling us we are what the stars are made of forever. Many ancients in all traditions will say, in fact, we come from the stars. The Wichapkiwayate, the star nations. You are what the stars are made of. I love that. Lady Hawk, Chetawi. Oh, here's a shock. Lady Hawk, it is Cheta, the hawk. Fear not. Fear not. You have nothing to fear. As my dad, the Sarge, always used to say, Denise Lynn, respect everything and fear nothing. That was the Sarge. Respect everything and everyone, fear nothing. It's a card of fearlessness. Yeah, you're welcome, Denise. Yeah. Cheta. Sergio, this one is for you. Okay. Oh, it is the air dragon, also from the beautiful UK, mythology of the United Kingdom. The air dragon represents air magic and thought, and asks us the question, what are you creating with your mind? There's an alchemy that happens when we align our thoughts, our heart, and our actions. We are unstoppable. We can create miracles, change. What are you creating with your mind? Our brain, when it's left to its own devices, really is quite wily. It can be over here, over there. Sometimes it takes us into the dumps, right? It can be negative, it can be beautiful, it can be inspirational. The air dragon says, remember that your thoughts are creative. They are alchemical. Thoughts are alchemical. My heart and mind are one. So this, Sergio, is a reminder of being cognizant of what you are thinking. And when you want to create something or move forward in something, to make sure that your heart and your mind and your movement, because you got to have some elbow grease, are congruent. They are in alignment. Thank you for that, Rob. Astrophysics. Love that. All right. Anybody? As we are wrapping up here at the top of the hour, I've got a busy day full of clients right after the show. Please let me know if you are still desiring to have a card of inspiration drawn today. That would be great. Just let me know right up there at the top. Tomorrow night, Wednesday night, 8 p.m., it's me and Sandy Herrick looking deeper. Who are you really? Well, you know, I just got part of my DNA prior to the Western Shores report. Didn't tell me anything I didn't already know in my heart and soul as an adopted person to be true. But absolutely opposite of what I was told growing up. Let me just say that. Sometimes as adopted people, we're told one thing. And then, you know, we find out what we've always known in our soul to be true. So exciting. So today I'm celebrating my African relatives today. All right, Deva. This one is for you. It is the Archangel Yophiel, the angel of passion. The angel of passion. Delight in the one that we love, or the one who loves us most of all, brings us loving perfection. Ecstasy is perfect union. Knowing, Deva, that you are perfect in your imperfection should remind you that your life is indeed a journey of ecstatic oneness, a product of joy, a sign that the architect of the universe was hopelessly, madly, joyfully in love when you were fashioned and formed in its glorious image. Love that. And your daily mantra, Creator and I are one. Creator and I are one. Jane Joubert. Jane, this one is for you. It's the Griffin. Be brave. Be bold. Take the chance. Jane, did you get this one last week too? Seems like you did. Anyway, it is a card of bravery. Being bold. Take the leap of faith. Get out there. Do it. Shine. Be bold. Be brave. You are welcome, Deva. Be bold and be brave. The Griffin is with you. This is a card that reminds us that we are immortal. We are eternal. And this lifetime, listen, it's over in the blink of an eye. It really is. It's really quick. It's very fleeting. The Griffin says, get out there and be bold. Get out there and be brave. Get out there and live your life. As the Phoenix says, and the Firebird says, don't be afraid, be alive. Yeah. Allison, this one is for you. It is the Thriae from Greece. The Thriae represents the oracle, intuition, psychism, gifts of the spirit. Pay attention to your intuition and to what you know. Spend some time with your guides, your angels. Your psychic self is calling you to sit for a spell and pay attention. Hey, Aaron Camacho. Hopefully soon to be Senator Aaron Camacho. Nancy, this one is for you, Nancy. It's the White Buffalo teaching, Te Sawi, the White Buffalo Calf Woman. Walk in balance. This is a reminder. This is a reminder that you need to receive as much as you give. And that it is okay to say no. Sometimes we just need to say no. And it's okay to say no. It's also okay to ask for help and to receive it. This is a card of being in balance and taking a look at where perhaps our life is out of balance and bringing it back into balance, Nancy. How can we bring it back into balance? Yeah. Oh, good. Oh, White Eagle last week. Very good. Awesome. So I'm hoping that that's helpful for you, Nancy. Yeah. Sophia. Sophia. Lovely name. This one is for you, Sophia. It is the Archangel Saint Michael. Michael. And what I'd like to share with you, Sophia, is this. It's the mantra of Michael. I celebrate the lessons that I have learned in my life, and I rejoice in what they have taught me. And I'm going to add a sentence to that, Sophia. And I am joyful in who I have become and who I am becoming. You have walked through some pretty hot fires, through some pretty deep lessons in your life. Michael says, rejoice in what those lessons have taught you and who you have become and who you continue to become. All right, Daisy. It's the Earth Dragon. Lots of dragon today. Earth Dragon says, let go of whatever is weighing you down. Go outside, scream, yell, whatever you need to do, but let go of any thought, any experience, any emotion, beating yourself, whatever it is that you need to let go of. The Earth Dragon is saying, let it go. Whatever is weighing you down, just let that go. Or if you need to work through it with a therapist or a counselor or what have you, that's great. Work through it. It's time to let go of whatever is weighing you down because your wings are ready for you to take flight. So if it happens to be thoughts that are weighing you down, let them go and replace them with positivity. Yeah. You are welcome, Sophia. All right. Aaron Camacho. This one is for you. Oh, it is the Water Dragon. My goodness, I think we've gone through all the dragons today. The Water Dragon says this. Your sixth sense is heightened at this time. Be awake and be aware. Very important for you to be awake and aware. Pay attention, Aaron, and trust what your gut instinct is telling you, what your knowing is telling you. Be mindful. Be very awake. Be very aware. Michelle. It is the centaur, the divine doctor. Healer, heal thyself, says the centaur. I'm going to read this to you, Michelle. The time has come for you to take aim at healing any areas of your body, mind, spirit, and emotions that are out of balance. Proper rest, play, nutrition, thoughts, exercise, and actions toward wellness are now called for. This is a card of self-care. This card says, it's time for you, Michelle, to take care of you. Be good to you. Body, mind, spirit, and emotions. Elizabeth. This one is for you. And thank you all for the reminders when I still have some to go. As you know, I get so involved in the messages here, the inspirations here, that I sometimes forget where I have left off. Okay, Elizabeth. It is the teaching of the Pegasus. Someone asked me, where do you get your cards? Well, these are my cards that I co-created with the artist David Fix at Hearth Productions. The Temple Within LLC and Hearth Productions LLC together are the Mystic's Heart. And so we created all 4 of these inspirational teaching decks. That's what they are. They are teaching decks. And this one is for you. It is the Pegasus. And the Pegasus says this: allow your creative genius to unfold. Wherever perhaps you may be stifling your creativity, Spirit is saying, allow the creativity to flow. Be inspired and allow your inspirations to flow. Very important. When we block our inspirations, we can become constipated. We can become constipated body, mind, spirit, emotions when we do not allow our creativity to unfold. This is why during the winter, every Friday, I'm at the Heartful Art Studio in Big Rapids, Michigan, and this is why I write books. This is why David and I create these cards. It's to keep the creativity, the learning, always flowing, always going. Thank you all for liking and sharing my show. I appreciate it, and I appreciate each and every one of you that spends time here with me every Tuesday and Wednesday evenings when I have Exploring Sacred or Looking Deeper. I appreciate you greatly, and thank you for your support of my work at the Mystic's Heart, Hearth Productions. Julie Hedges. Here's how we're going to wrap up the show, is with Julie Hedges. It is the angel Yehudia. Yehudia, also related to the teachings of the Great Pyramid at Giza. Julie, I'm just going to read this to you. The angel Yehudia is here to help you celebrate your life. This splendid angel of light wishes you to know how very much your life positively impacts others. Your service to the light is recognized and honored by your angelic guides and by the one who loves you most of all. You make a glorious and joyful difference in this world, Julie, and you are loved. And your daily mantra: on this day I honor my birth and my purpose for being, which is love. Okay, Connie. Morning, Connie. Last card of the day goes to Connie. Connie Vauder, Spiritual Mysteries of Life. Connie, it is the cricket. Julie, I need to pull one for you as well. It's the cricket. Connie, get out there and sing your song. And in fact, Connie, I'm actually seeing you sing. You're being called to sing today. Even if that's around your home there in Florida, you are being called to sing. Sing, sing, sing. Sing a joyful song is what I'm hearing. Yeah. Bring it right down through you. Okay, Julie. Julie, this one is for you. It is the teaching of the White Hart. Well, this is a great card to end the show on. The card of adventure. Let the adventure begin, says the White Hart. Let the adventure begin. I love this. Life is a grand adventure that my soul has chosen to experience with endless joy and wonder. Get out there and play, Julie. Go on adventure. This is a card that is calling you out to have some fun, to have some joy. Adventure. Life is a grand adventure. Isn't it, though? Go. It is the Archangel Uriel, Saint Uriel. I love this. This is a card that says, shine your light. Let the light shine. And it is a reminder for you to love yourself in your perfect imperfection. To forgive yourself for anything you feel you may be holding on to. Sometimes we can be really hard on ourselves, can't we? Oh, we can be harder on ourselves than anybody else could possibly be. And Uriel says, forgive yourself for anything that you feel you need to be forgiven for. Love yourself. Love your perfect imperfection. You came here to be human. You did not come here to be perfect. You came here to experience being human and all of the human foibles and foibles that go right along with that. Shine on and shine again. With that, everyone, thank you for being with me this morning. Thank you for tuning in. And thank you for shining your light. And please do share, what it is that you do, what it is you've got coming up with one another. It's all about sharing the light, sharing our light. Blessings be everywhere.